Let's look at this again now. I cut this back another piece. I put it in there, and I'm about 1/8 of an inch shorter than where I thought I should have been to begin with. Put the same piece up in here. You remember, I want to be 5/16 away from this edge, only because I'm trying to match up something on the other side of the room. If I didn't have to do that, I could be flush, I could be 1/8 back, 1/4 inch back, 3/8 back, whatever. But, you know, I'm just trying to make it all match. That's what I always like to do, match existing conditions wherever I can, okay? So I'm going to push that in there. And I want that corner to line up because I know that's going to be a 45 if I line this up exactly. And I put it on there, okay? And if I do that, it's not fitting up tight here, and I have to push this back at an angle. If I have that pushed back at an angle, that's where I want it to be, right like that. You know, but then there's a big gap there, and so it's not at 22.5 degrees. You know, I'm going to have to cut that back or something. And what I think I'm going to do, see, if I push this tight, and if I have that where it needs to be, this small piece sticks way out. See how it sticks out, and there's a big corner there. Remember I told you outside was 2 inches. Look at that, that's 2 inches. Well, I went back on the other side, what I'm trying to match, and those are about 1 3/4 inches. Or maybe just a hair more than 1 3/4 inches. So if I cut this back 1/4 inch, I'm probably fine. But as I told you, I don't really want to do that on the saw because first off, I'm going to have a hard time getting it square. Secondly, my fingers are going to be too close to the saw blade, and I never want you to work dangerously, okay? So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to mimic this piece. You already know how to cut this piece. I'm going to make another one. 1 3/4 inches, maybe just a hair more than that. And see if it fits in there. Not tried this piece yet. See how it's smaller? It's kind of hard to tell, but it's smaller. This is I made it just a hair more than 1 3/4 inches. This is what I would do, you know, not just for the benefit of you, but whenever I do something, I just spend my time and make sure I can see if I can't fit everything in there, you know? Boy. This corner is fitting funky because the outside edge is really bulged out, and it's not gonna fit exact here either. Well, I guess what I'm going to have to do, you know, I think I'm going to have to use this 2-inch piece and taper off the back side. And take my little rasp and rasp it, you know, a little bit on the top here, a little bit on the top of this one, and I'm going to have to fit it in there. Because I want the reveal to be 5/16 or so right there. And it looks pretty good there, but see, it's pushed up tight at the bottom, but not the top. So if I push the top up, then the top on the left-hand side sticks out, see? And that's because there's a big bulge in the wall. There was a bracket in there that had to be floated over. So, hey, I guess that 2-inch piece is going to work after all. So I'll rasp on that a little bit and show you what I come up with. It's a good thing I have this rasp. I use this for all kinds of stuff. It's curved on this side, and it's coarse cut and smooth cut. And this kind of has an edge to it, a rounded corner. This side is flat, rough here, smooth here. Rough there, smooth there. Okay, so I'm going to use that accordingly and fix this corner. I didn't have this rasped, I don't know what I'd do. Did a little work with that rasp. See, I've got my pencil mark over here, right there at 5/16. I'm holding that like that and pushing that in. And that lines up pretty good. Now what I'm going to have to do, I'm hoping I can catch the last stud over here to keep this pushed up nice and tight. Okay? But if for some reason, if it moves out a little bit, this piece is just fine where it's at. Like that up there at the top. And I can blend that in just a bit more before I caulk it. If it pushes in all the way, I can take the rasp and rasp a little bit more at the top edge here and fill that in. Okay, so I'm not done with this little piece yet. I want to nail this piece in and make it snug before I do anything else to this corner. Okay? But then I'll have my 5/16 reveal over on this side, and I can caulk that and finish that. And at the very bottom, I'm going to have that trim. So the trim's going to come up a little bit at the bottom. And we'll just have to see. But I'm pretty sure that it's going to come out looking good. You know, this corner, you only can do so good with whatever the wall gives you. I don't care if you're the best person ever. You got all the tools available. If your wall's off, you have to contour your trim to fit the wall to the best of your ability.